Excellent.
Hey, what's up folks? Welcome back to another 3D Hangouts. My name is Noah Ruiz. I'm a designer here at Adafruit, and joining me every week is my brother Pedro.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Pedro, Creative Tech here at Adafruit, and every week we're here to share 3D printed projects featuring electronics from Adafruit.
That's right. This is the show we combine 3D printing and DIY electronics to inspire folks. Hello, everybody. We're back from the hurricane.
Yeah.
We were very lucky and fortunate. We had to kind of bring a lot of things in the house, but we fared fairly well. So thanks for everybody shouting us out and thinking about us on the Discord. We're hanging out in the Discord. If anyone would like to join us during the live show, you can join the live broadcast chat channel in the Adafruit Discord. Link for that is discord.gg/Adafruit. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, good morning. We are in the Twitch and the Discord and I forget the other one. Facebook, that's what it is.
Facebook is working.
We're actually in there. Yay. Good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and do some housekeeping.
All right. Well, bear with us as we get our bearings since we were out last week. Adafruit.com/free. We got some free deals going on. These are some different tiers. The more money you spend, the more stuff you get for free. We'll run through them pretty quickly. For orders, if you have an order that's $99 or more, you're going to get a free half-size Perma-Proto. That's this thing over here. For orders that are $149 or more, you get the half-size Perma-Proto plus the KB2040. KB stands for keyboard. For keyboards, of course. It's in that Adafruit Arduino Nano form factor. I know things. For orders that are $200 or more, you'll get the KB2040 and the half-size Perma-Proto plus ground shipping, UPS ground shipping, and continental US only. And for orders that are $299 or more, you get the free ground shipping, the KB2040, the half-size Perma-Proto, and a Circuit Playground Blue Fruit Edition. These all get automatically added to your cart. No need for coupons or anything like that. Just make sure you have an account with Adafruit. It's free to do so. And check out adafruit.com/free for all the details. Next up, the jobs board at adafruit.com/jobs, or probably jobs.adafruit.com. That's probably the right one. Check out the listings if you are in the market for a gig, or if you want to post up your resume and your profile, you can do so. It's free to do so. So check it out. That's jobs.adafruit.com, and I have a banner for it. Or you used to have a banner. There it is. Next up, the newsletter, adafruit.com/newsletter. This one's focused on the products that get added weekly. I was going to say bi-weekly, but it's not. So check out adafruit.com/newsletter if you want to subscribe to that. You can also go to adafruitdaily.com and subscribe to the many daily newsletters, but also weekly, like the Circuit Python and Microcontrollers newsletter. We are past our 200th issue. But I still have this banner, so yay.
Pretend it's a 3.
Yeah, and you can check out all of the previous ones by hitting up the various links. Let's see, what are the other ones? Check out the CircuitPython Show podcast, hosted by Paul Cutler. You can check it out every week by searching for it in your favorite podcasting service. All right, and This is October. We're in the first week of October, and there's lots of fun Halloween projects to work on. There's an Adafruit gift guide if you want to check that out, and there's plenty of Halloween-esque projects in the Learn system if you want to get inspired, remix. There's all sorts of fun demo code, 3D models, printables, craftables. I just like this kind of rough edge. I never get to use it, so it matches really well. And shout out to Bruce Yan for doing the artwork on this lovely banner.
I like Happy's Mario hat.
Mm-hmm. Happy's Mario hat. And Adabot's an astronaut. He doesn't even need a space helmet because he's a robot. He doesn't breathe. But, it's still fun.
It's part of the costume.
And the cobwebs. I like the cobwebs. All right. Let's head back over to the Discord chat room.
Shout out to everybody hanging out. Andy Calloway, Do Wester, Skur, Paul Cutler, Vince, Rosin, Liz,
But City DIY in the house.
Evil Dave of Canada.
Evil Dave, it's Halloween. Evil's fair.
And some Pex on Twitch. Good morning.
Cool. We have a lot of fun projects this week, so we're gonna run through them. We'll probably do a quick guide pass through because the guide's massive and we need to run through it because it normally takes us an hour or half an hour to get through the guide. Let's just run through it.
Yeah, we want to see that space launch happening.
Yeah, it's gonna happen in an hour.
Right when we end. So let's go ahead and hurry up.
Let's go to the Adafruit Learn system. We got this very fun LED noodle lantern. I said that wrong. LED. Did I say that right? LED noodle lantern?
Yep.
Okay. So these Adafruit noodles are super fun and rad, and everybody bought them out right away, which is cool. They come in different colors. They're extremely flexible. They have this bit of a silicone sheathing thing, and they're kind of easy to work with. So we thought we'd do some LED signs, our NeoPixel neon signs that we did a couple weeks ago. So we figured we'd do something like that. And as I was developing a shape, I thought, how about I just put them all together and mount them vertically so we can make a bit of a lantern or a kind of a sci-fi container. I got inspired by the Kyber crystal from Star Wars containers. They kind of have this cool cylindrical shape to them. So these are all the LED noodles, all the different colors. We have pink, blue, green, yellow, and red, and I think I have 2 blue ones in there. They're all wired up to a Qt Py RP2040 that's inside, that snap fits onto this Perma-Proto board, and it's portable thanks to the Lipo Charger BFF add-on, which is something that you can add on to a Qt Py format dev board. It lets you do USB charging, so you can charge a battery, and it's kind of a clever design in the fact that you have the battery mounted on the inside, so the cylindrical battery fits into a little battery clip, and you can kind of start to make out the way the wiring is done. We have a metal push button. It's a latching button, not momentary, latching. And we have a built-in LED. It also has a built-in resistor inside of this very nice, fancy 16mm button. And what we're doing here with it is we have the LED tied up to one of the GPIO pins, and the button itself is also tied to a separate GPIO pin. And when you press the button, it turns the LEDs on, and when you have it turned off, it leaves the LEDs off. And the reason why we did that is because with the battery add-on, the BFF, when you have the USB charging the LiPo battery, the circuit will stay on. So we figured, why don't we add a button to turn the LEDs off so that I have the ability to turn it off. And the reason why I didn't tie the on-off button to, let's say the battery is because if I turn off the battery, then I can't charge the battery. So you can do all that in CircuitPython. It's super easy to control LEDs using the PWM library, or you could use just straight up digital IO library to turn them on and off. But this is pulsing each one on and off, and you have full control over kind of the brightness and which pin is is linked to which LED noodle. So that's the gist of it. What else can I say? It probably will last several hours since it's a 2200 cylindrical LiPo battery. We like these LiPo batteries because they're more kind of sturdy, or they're more durable rather than some of the soft pouch LiPos. But yeah, all of these noodles are press fitted into these 3D printed little holders, and all the holders themselves are press fitted into this kind of mounting plate that's secured to the rest of the assembly. Some other kind of fancy things, you've seen us do print in place handles before. So this is a similar design, but just, you know, size to fit on top of this kind of top cover. So different parts, they all print without any support material. You can print them on just about any 3D printer because they're kind of small-ish. They will fit within like 100 by 100 build volume, which is great. And if you're wondering about this right here, this is just a piece of transparent film, like overhead projection paper. It just wraps around, and there's a bit of a channel at the bottom mounting plate there that allows us to wrap around. And then I'm using a piece of tape, transparent tape. You can't even see it because it's all transparent. It works really well. You could use some a sheet of PET if you want to do something like 1 millimeter thick. You can do that as well, but I chose to do this because it was a lot easier to work with. Yeah, what else want to talk about? USB port is accessible over here. With a lot of the projects, we're trying to keep it modular because with a part shortage, you want to be able to take out your dev board if you want to swap it out for an upgrade, for example. Maybe you want this Wi-Fi controlled. You could swap this QT Py RP2040 out for a QT Py ESP32 or something else. So it is on a piece of Perma-Proto, like we said, and this is the, I'm starting to really like these. These are the small mint Perma-Protos. They're designed for like a small Altoids tin, but there's plenty of ground and power rails and digital pins that you can kind of plug into. So I'm using a combination of headers, stacking headers, to be able to, use the battery add-on BFF. I think that's the gist of it. So when it comes to the noodles, what you want to do is if you want to like use one of these LiPo batteries, I recommend getting one of these JST breakout boards. This has a built-in switch, so you can turn it on and off. This is great. I have this, it's breadboard friendly now, so I have this nice JST connector, and then you can use a choke resistor so you don't burn out your LED noodle. So we're using a 220 ohm right here, and it's wired up to, it can be either on the ground or the voltage pin. I have it set up to the switch pin, SW, so that I can use the on-off switch. And then these are really great. These alligator clips feature these these jumper wires that are breadboard friendly. So if you take a look at the learn guide for these noodles, in the documentation tells you a good visual way to quickly note how to tell the cathode from the anode or the ground from the voltage. I can't focus.
It's a little hole.
There's a little hole on the metal, on the positive.
A bit more back. Oh, there you go.
There's a notable hole there. It's a lot more easier to see with your eyes than this camera. But that's the main difference, is you get this little hole, and that lets you know that's the positive lead. And this right here with no hole is the negative lead. And this is the shorter LED noodle. It's about 130 millimeters. The normal longer noodles are about 200 millimeters in length. So you see this wouldn't fit in these holders, so that's why I kind of have it out here. We purchased one of each color, and that's why I threw them all in there. I think it might look more consistent if you just picked one color, but I didn't because I didn't have them. But this is a cool way to kind of showcase all the various colors as they faded in and out. So let's set this up. So you can pick these up. I have a link for you folks. Pedro can drop the link.
Oh yeah, I put it in there.
Cool.
And everybody's question is, when will they be back in stock? Soon. We got word we have multiple manufacturers that are reaching out with lower pricing, so
maybe we can lower the cost. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's set these up. I'm just gonna bite onto the The one with the hole gets the red because that's voltage, and the cathode or the ground pin gets the one with no hole. So you just bite onto that, and now we have these two. These two can connect to the breadboard. So let's put the ground to the ground pin, and then the switch pin has this 220 ohm resistor. So let's plug that in, and thank goodness these didn't touch. That's why I like alligator clips, because they can get pretty close and they won't touch because of this nice seathing, but be careful when doing this. So this is a good way to just kind of test your Noodle if you want to quickly power it. You could also use a coin cell battery, like a 3-volt coin cell battery, but be careful with testing that because you don't have a resistor. So that's why I'm showing you this way, is to kind of have a nice controlled way. And now you have the switch there. You can always turn on and off, which is great. And you can plug in any battery into this now. So this is kind of my testing setup, which I recommend folks try out before wiring it up, just so you know exactly what's going on. So that's a little bit of the Noodle circuit, and we looked at the case. We can take a look at the Learn Guide. All right, so if you head on over to learn.adafruit.com, you can see all the different parts that were used in here. We got a nice slew of them. The QT Py RP2040 is in stock. That's one of our favorite QT Pys right now. If you're doing any project that's like non-Wi-Fi related, this is a really awesome available dev board. It's got lots of GPIO for doing projects like this. The Lipo Charger BFF add-on is also available. You can get that. The noodles are out of stock. We know that. Batteries out of stock. Here are the Perma-Proto small mint size breadboard PCBs. I really like these. They got 4 mounting holes. And I just like the layout of the ground and power rails are in the middle, which is different than any of the other Perma-Protos. And for this project, it just made it kind of work out better this way. Stacking headers, we need those with these have really long pins, and that allows us to kind of add on the BFF Lipo Charger to the bottom of the Perma-Proto, which is nice. So that's why we use that. And then the on-off switch with built-in LED ring is in stock as well. We have some other small things like a resistor pack. Although I showed a 220 ohm resistor in this particular demo, in the actual Noodles, because we have 6 of them, we're actually using 10 ohm resistors, and we don't currently stock a pack, so I have an Amazon link here for like a resistor pack of like 1 ohm all the way up to like, I don't know, 200K or something. So it's kind of nice to have if you don't have a pack already. We have some hardware, some M3 nylon hardware. We have those in the shop. You're going to need those for mounting the Perma-Proto, and then to make the assembly a little bit easier, we're using these Molex cable matching pairs for the LED button, which is cool. And of course some 10 wire silicone ribbon cable, because we really like using that to keep our wires bundled when you have more than 3 wires. Yeah. So that's a list of the parts. I probably went too long on that, so I'm just gonna like speed around it. Circuit diagram has everything broken out. There should be an image there. Maybe it's not loading. There it is. Now it's loading. There's an image there. Fritzing is what we use to make these wiring diagrams. It gets a little hairy here with all these wires, so I try to make it nice and kind of digestible. All of the ground connections from the LEDs are wired up to the 10 ohm resistors. We got a ground rail, a ground wire coming into the ground, and the rest is there. I need to run through this quickly. So check that out. The CAD files are available as STLs or the CAD source. There's a step file and a Fusion 360 file. I was able to fit all of the STLs on the bed of our 3D printer, which is nice, but you can see them all there. I normally don't 3D print standoffs, but these standoffs are 114 millimeters tall, and that's kind of what keeps this right here like structurally sound, is because there's these 2 standoffs in the center that kind of keeps the holders from just collapsing. So that's kind of what's going on there. Your build volume for your printer is there. For the plastic sheet here, the transparent film, I don't have a template because you could just reference the length and width of it, and then it can be anywhere between 1 millimeter or less than that. Some CAD assembly stuff, and of course if you want to use 3D models of Adafruit parts, you can go to our CAD parts repo on GitHub. There's always a link there. So I used the Perma-Proto, the BFF add-on, and the QtPy RP2040, and also the button. So all of those are available in our repo. CircuitPython, you just want to install CircuitPython on the QtPy RP2040. There's always a nice full detailed page on how to do that. The code is up on GitHub. It's super simple. I basically ripped it from the Noodle Learn Guide and just added if the switch is turned on, fade the LEDs, and if not, just have them be set to 0 brightness, and that's really it. But I'm sure folks, if they wanted to try to do animations, you can use the button to do different modes maybe. But the code is just set up to turn it on and off. So it's super simple, but yeah, it's nice to see them fade. All right, on to the meat and potatoes of the Learn Guide is really setting up the circuit. So setting up your QtPy with headers, stacking headers, fitting it onto the Perma-Proto in the right order, and then soldering all the various wires to the Perma-Proto. That way you can pop out the QtPy RP2040, and there's nothing really soldered to it other than the male header pins. The next thing is setting up the noodles, installing them. The noodle holders print without any supports, but they have these little special features that I think would work well if you're doing a similar LED sign where you need to hold it. They have these kind of loops that allow you to kind of thread the LED noodle through, and that keeps it locked in place, which is nice. The silicone kind of outer skin of the noodle sheathing is nice and grippy, so it'll stay gripped to the holder. Yeah, and then another thing I did was I used a permanent marker to mark the ground connection, because once it's installed, it's kind of hard to do so. I also did the same thing with the mounting plates. You can notice that these mounting plates have these little square holes, and that is where the ends of the 3D printed holder snap fit into. And they aren't exactly mirrored, they are different, so that's why I labeled them top and bottom. So just T and B, so you can do that. So be careful when you're printing those out. And then I walked through installing the standoffs, installing the noodles. The noodles, you want to thread the pins through those little square holes, and you basically end up with this. So once those two standoffs are secured, you can just pop those two mounting plates, and that's kind of like your little container of your noodles. Onto the noodle wiring. This is one of those projects where unfortunately you have to solder the wires while the thing is in place. I really couldn't find any other way to do that. Yeah, I wish there was another way, but you basically...
You over-engineering it when doing it that way.
I know. It's just
quickly
easier.
looking at it, I'm like, you can snap together the two halves, but then that's a lot more work.
It's so much work, yeah. I thought too hard on this, but this is the end result. It's a lot easier to do it this way, but you do have to thread the wires through the thing, through the bottom, actually. So that's the bottom. That's why I have it labeled, and then it pops through the top there, and that's just kind of the order that I chose. But it's easy enough. There's enough slack in the design, in the noodles, to kind of manipulate and kind of work with and solder the thing without being too close to the part and melting it. So I did think about that, so it could have been worse. So once the anode wires are wired up, then we do the grounds, which is a little bit easier, and that's kind of what your circuit looks like when you're testing it. So that once all that's set in place, then you can kind of attach all the rest of the things, but you really want to have it in this state before continuing to testing it out that way. Next up, we wire the handle, we wire up the button, and then we panel mount the button to the handle. Yeah. And I'm using a 3-pin Molex cable. These are really great because you just plug it in. It's doing 3 different things. It's doing the ground, the LED, and the button. So that's why 3 makes sense here. Really fancy buttons. You're gonna need a handful of standoffs and screws. That's why we got the M3 nylon kit to secure the Perma-Proto to this thing. And then we kind of run through installing the thing. It's really really want to be focused on the order of operations, because you can do it a different way, but this seems to be the easiest without too much headache. So basically connecting everything up and then just attaching various couplers and the case, and then wrapping the plastic sheet around before you put the top cover in, and then installing the battery clip kind of near the end of the assembly, because now that it's set up, it won't fall apart. So now you can kind of pop the 2 screws out and then plug in the battery clip. Yeah, I really like this design, like where you have the battery inside of the holders. It kind of works out pretty well. And then adding the top stuff once that's all sorted with the battery clip. And then to round it out, you just attach the Perma-Proto mount to the bottom cover, and the cover gets screwed to these kind of side holes. Just make sure, you know, the USB port is facing the opening on that case. And then just screw it together, and then you're done. Yeah, so a little bit of a ship in a bottle type deal, especially with the battery clip, but that's the way to do it. So I think it's fair. So that is the LED Noodle lantern in a nutshell.
Very cool. Lots of really good ideas in the Discord. Some of the ideas in the Discord, people are saying the container crystal for Lightyear.
Yes.
What's the other one? Secret of the Ooze.
Oh yeah,
and get some turtles in there.
I think there's something like that too from the Resident Evil games. The Umbrella Corporation, they have like this canister thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I thought about a couple of different designs too, but I just kind of stayed with this. But it should be easy enough to design a holder. Mm-hmm. I'll do a tutorial later on how to, you know, the right dimensions I use for getting really good tolerances on the 3D printed holder for the Noodle.
It's the other one, a light bulb, making a light bulb filament.
Yeah, I've been looking at a bunch of fun Edison style light bulbs. Like there's a lot of crafty ones on like Pinterest that I've been liking, and I kept seeing a bunch of containers that kind of resemble this kind of kyber crystal Star Wars type thing. But yeah, it's a lot of fun details with these notches here. You got a lot of chamfers, and you have this kind of neat cutaway here that's very Star Wars-esque. Same thing here, and then you have like this kind of groove that kind of cuts through there. Same thing here, and yeah, I just try to do some fun, simple details that don't require any support material. And of course, with the glittery PLA filament, you get some really nice, stellar-looking surfaces without having to do too much effort on the post-processing. So no sanding or painting or any of that. It's just right off the printer. These look great, I think, in my opinion.
Uppy, downy thing in the center of the TARDIS console.
Uppy, downy thing.
Yeah. I have to look up TARDIS console.
Yeah.
Like we said before, Lamar is getting quotes from other vendors, so should be hopefully back in stock soon. Definitely sign up for notifications when they come back, although I'm sure you'll see us tweet that they are back.
They are back.
We'll definitely be getting more.
One of the things, they'll probably sell out pretty quick, so be on the, you know.
I'll do the hack, which isn't really secret. Just keep adafruit.com/new open, refresh a couple times a day.
Good tips. Good. All right, so that's the LED lantern.
Yes.
We got much more projects to go.
Francis likes
we did 30 minutes.
Greeblies. All right, let's go ahead and check out what we're working on.
Yeah, let me turn this off. Is it you?
Me?
Yeah, it's you.
All right, so I think we talked about it a couple weeks ago. Every Halloween, around this time, there's like new devices that come out, and PT always likes to have those modeled up. But to make it a little bit extra challenging, he wants to make sure that they're a little bit creepy and fitting the spirit. Yeah, so for the new iPhone, showed off the case that I redesigned for the buttons to fit in the, what is the 14 now? And PT had an idea, which I can't show off because the creator of the original idea for this, where we got the inspiration, it's like completely gone. I don't know who the artist is or anything, but it was like a I don't know, like Renaissance type like photo shoot, and in it, lady is holding her phone, but her case is all like skin and like an iPhone. And we've done a couple of these skin type projects in the past before, where there were like guts that in terms of making it creepy but also functional. So in terms of the guts, it was like an iPhone battery holder. This one is a pop socket, so it's actually usable and sort of creepy at the same time, utilizing the flexible filament. So we're kind of, you know, as close as we can to skin matching that, and then with the powder coated bed getting some sort of texture that you would get on skin, and then some little funny stuff that we did. Checking out Hocus Pocus too. I really like that one scene where Book is trying to hide and he has a little sweat bead coming down, so we mimic that in the video. So having a cool, it doesn't really match here under this webcam, but the color's pretty close to mine. This is like the caramel color that Ninja Flex and I believe Color Fab now have. Now these are supposed to be for prosthetics, supposed to match like skin color and all that. So we wanted to definitely shout that out for them matching skins. It's usually like a peach type color, but they have all the different rainbow colors of what everybody else has.
Cool. You
So
put
it's
an
cool.
earring?
Yeah. That was I think it was Lamar's request, have an ear in there, and this is just utilizing one of the existing pop sockets. So just adding the ear onto there and then covering up the little bottom part here. You can see.
Nice.
I believe that. And this is a functional iPhone case. The one that we had before was the one with the Veronoi with the cutouts and everything. So all I did was just put that back in, and nice little creepy sort of supposed to have you do a double take when you're in public.
So you accessorize your ear now.
Accessorize your ear, make it match, all that. And it's all Ninja Flex. It's 85A, but it should work with the TPE, the Cheetah. So the ones that'll work like on the Bowden printers. But yeah, we will show off the other different colors that we have for this next week. Nice, simple little project, so you can get caught up on others. But it is supposed to be a creepy, skin type iPhone case.
Yeah, it looks funny when you have it up to your ear.
Oh yeah,
'Cause,
there's a little demo of what that's supposed to look like that. So look, your ear is pointing out.
Yeah.
We'll have to find where the reference for that, because it looks really good.
Yeah.
It's like she's all dressed up. It's like Victorian age.
I don't think I saw this.
Remember it, or you didn't get to see
I don't think so.
what he emailed?
Did they link to it?
Yeah, it's in the base camp, and that link goes nowhere now.
Oh man.
I wish I had taken a picture, because I didn't know it was gonna get taken down.
Yeah.
But nice way to sort of call back to Book has the eye, its iPhone case has the ear, and
Funny.
nice challenge in when PT sends projects, it's like, oh, here's
How do
a
I
cool
do this?
idea. It's like, oh, how do I make this actual functional and just not a weird
Is it
project that doesn't go anywhere. This is actual functional. And
it's a good mix of it.
yeah. And
Is the ear scanned?
no, I'll put the link to where we found this, but I should scan an ear, huh? And as Yanni is posting in the
If we have a good scanner.
in the Discord,
What's up?
we should have used a
spot one.
Vulcan.
Yeah. The Vulcan ear would work well.
Right?
That way
I
you
do
can
have
that.
one. I should have. Oh, actually, no.
No,
It's like the
it's
tip
just
part. Yeah,
yeah.
it goes onto an ear.
Okay.
Yes, that would be
That's just illogical.
nice little simple one. And you can modify it to fit whatever phone you have, which is so cool about this.
Sure. It's more of like here's an idea.
Yeah.
And you can kind of go from there.
Yeah. The other thing we wanted to show off, I think probably like the week or two after that, new Stemma case. Brent and Lauren released some updates, so you can now have temperature readings in Fahrenheit. Because try as I might, I just couldn't get the C format down. I just had like the converter open, and when I'm trying to figure out if it's too cold to the plants or not, it's not one thing I want to keep going into is
Sure, yeah.
this converter telling me the truth or not. But this is really good for measuring, and we can quickly jump into the dashboard. I don't think you have it loaded up, right?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's fine. We can go over it.
Yeah, I'm not logged in either.
Yeah, it's
so
fine.
take it on.
Yeah,
All right.
nice little simple snap together case. Quick look at this if I can even open it. I do need to make some
This is
modifications to make it either. No, I have locks on each side
cool.
now,
Huh?
but whatever. It's
Cool.
shut off
So
when we
you're
can.
prototyping
There we go. Snap together.
an IoT project
in.
with the Stemma soil sensor.
Yeah. But I guess the hero for this is the Fahrenheit reading, which people across the pond will not care about since we've had C for since it launched.
Yeah, they're like, we got inches. I'm like, okay, I don't care about inches. No, this is a great soil sensor. You've been using it now?
Yeah, we
a little
have
bit?
4 of these set up on a couple of the plants, so we can get like a sort of wide range of what the humidity, the temperature, is, and what I like about this one is that you have a temperature sensor on this side, so it's further away from the cutie pie, so it's not getting any of the, any temperature bias from the cutie pie giving off heat, so you're not getting any mixed temperatures that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Super cool.
Cool. Sci-squared-C, of course, demo.
Yep.
You want to pick up one of these cables if you want to use this.
Yeah.
This right here will connect to
Goes
all of the kind of dev boards, like the cutie pie or the feathers. And you just need a bigger JST connector for this guy over here.
All right, cool.
Cool. Good.
And that is what's being worked on.
Yep. We can do a quick shop talk.
Oh, what's a shop talk? I don't remember.
Yeah, I was going to show off. I don't know if I really want to show it off.
Jump into Community Makes.
No. Do we have time? We kind of have time. So I wanted to come up with a simple kind of project to make kind of a staff. I wanted to take this staff from the Tuscan Raider kind of project that we did. It didn't have any electronics, and I figured, like, wouldn't it just be easy to add a flashlight in there and like be able to have a diffuser at the top and kind of make it into this different type of thing? So I did that. I figured maybe it'd be a fun inspirational thing to look at. So I got one of these flashlights, and it's kind of one of those tactical flashlights. It has a button at the end. It has like a series of LEDs there. It's very, very bright. So I figured, how do I add this to my 3D printed staff? So I designed a little kind of coupler that allows you to kind of press fit another piece that just kind of fits through the center hole of this. So the idea is that you literally just turn your flashlight on, install it into your coupler bit for your staff. The staff is that Tuscan Raider staff that has a bunch of coils, and it just all snap fits or screws fits together. So now I have that, and I figured, wouldn't it be funny if I took the Lego head and then just adapted the bottom coil threading so that I can do kind of like this thing. So now we have the flashlight inside there. Super easy to take out the flashlight. It's running off AAA batteries, so this is going to last probably for a couple hours at night, and it's just super bright, really easy to add in there. All of this stuff is completely modular, so if you wanted to swap out this piece, which is like 1.5 meters long or 5 feet, there you go, and you have your flashlight in there. Again, this is from that Tuscan Raider chief staff that we released when the Book of Boba Fett was out. So that's one diffuser, and it's from a previous project, right? So then I took this guy, which is from a very long time ago, our D20 project, and that also fits. So if you want to do like a sort of like a D&D style wizard, there you go. You got this really bright, super easy, no soldering. I think a lot of folks that just want to get their Halloween staff, like, this is great at nighttime because now you have this kind of walking stick and it lights up, and it actually works as a functional light, so you can kind of shine it around. There's a lot of things you could do with 3D printed diffusers. You can add vinyl stickers to kind of create this cool, I don't know, numbers or texture effects, that sort of thing. You can add on more pieces to it. But yeah, if folks want to download this model or this model or this model, just search on the Adafruit Learn System for Lego Head or D20 or Tuscan, and you'll find the files for these things. Yeah, I've always wanted to have a staff that I could break down completely. There's several pieces here. They all screw fit together. And it's kind of fun to kind of make an easy, simple project as a challenge. It took me like, I don't know, an hour to kind of design it and print it out. And now you can just turn off the flashlight. Super easy to do so. It just stores in there like that. And I don't know. What do you guys think? Kind of fun? Kind of easy?
Super cool.
I've just, I've made so many light swords, and it just takes so long to develop and design and do all the stuff, and it's just like really fun to just throw a flashlight and have a little bit of engineering in there where it's like, dude, this thing is like modular, it's swappable, and it's easy. It's checking a lot of boxes for me, so that's why I put that together. So there's some inspiration there. If you want to have a light staff, you can use a flashlight.
Got a request for the Ori Pyro from Stargate. Is that what it is?
There you go. Pedro's got links. Ooh, that would be a great idea. Andy Calloway
nice.
says a UV, ultraviolet, flashlight.
I like this.
So that
so cool.
if you're using the 3D printed glow-in-the-dark filament, it would bright up so good. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, there are definitely UV flashlights. What you got?
Get this staff. We get a request for.
Where would I find the link?
I just typed it in Google. They just put the name down. It's called.
I don't. Where do I find that? I'm on Discord. Like I'm not on Google.
MMU man.
Oh, I see.
Ori Pyro. Ori Pyro.
Ori Pyro. Here we go. I'm in the danger zone searching.
That looks pretty cool. It looks like
Oh, okay. Yeah.
like in Pandora, they sell them like.
Yeah, that's a fun
bubble.
one. This could be a good one for like Mod Podge type, instead of having to model it and stuff. Like I'm not really good at modeling organic stuff, so I'd probably go that route. Or take something existing, If you can find something existing from like a Halloween spirit shop, maybe it's transparent. Maybe you can kind of glue it and then create a 3D printed adapter so it screw fits into the thing. Yeah, those are all fun. That kind of looks. Never mind. Cool. Yeah, Stargate's really fun. Yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, or like a Gandalf staff would be cool too.
Lots of really good ideas.
Yeah.
I posted the link there that has the CAD files. You can edit that, change the dimensions and all that.
Yeah. There's a step file as well, so you can open it in whatever CAD package.
Oh, Dabo20 is loving the lantern design. Wants to do one with their own design. Are you making a layer by layer for it?
Yes, I will. Just on the holder, LED holder bit. And maybe I'll take a look at the case. The case is a little intense because there's a lot of just parts to it, really.
And we got some chatter over on the YouTube about the metric. Yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Measuring wise, metric.
Yeah, we love metric for measuring.
Yeah, I got that down. I can see what that inches and stuff like that. Feet.
Yeah.
I can't compute, but metric, beautiful. But for like temperature wise, it's like the other way around.
Right.
My brain will not compute the C. But F, that right away I know what F, what all that is.
All right, we got about 20 minutes, so we're going to run through Community Makes.
All right.
So we have 2 to catch up on this week. Let's look at last week's Deku mask.
Yeah, this is super cool because of the way that you're hiding away the eyes. It took me quite a while to find the material for this, but what ended up working really good. Oh no, did we freeze?
Yeah, we did. Or at least Safari did.
Oh. So what I'm using here is the burlap ribbon, and it does a really good job of being able to see through it, and at a distance you can see just the blackness. So cool.
All right, ready?
And here's what it looked like.
Yeah.
So this is, you can kind of see in here.
Great.
Yeah, it's a ribbon with burlap, and I just hot glued it on the inside, and we have the window seal on the chin and the it's sort of like a gasket. Yeah, it's like a foam.
Weather seal.
So it feels nice on your head, and it actually fits over with your glasses on, which I was excited about. And this is a Deku from
Deku
Zelda.
From Star Wars, I think.
Whoop. Yeah, that's the bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
So fits an adult head, pretty good.
So my Safari's crashed, so I'm not able to show you folks.
That's fine. You can see the sizes.
Tell us who designed it and where it's available and all the good details. Maybe a link as well. I literally can't do any of that stuff. I'm very sorry.
You can wear it.
Happens. Yeah.
This is
the detail's really nice. It looks like it's 3 pieces. There's probably some support material.
There is. So the whole mask, 1 piece. Support materials on the bottom because of the little tags on there. The tabs to hold on to your elastic for your face.
Yeah.
And then the leaf, I cut it up in 2 parts just because of the way that he designed it. Looks like it
has 3 pins that gets press fitted into those holes.
Yep.
So nice, yeah. A little bit of supports. This is some really nice filament. It looks like glittery brown, which I've never seen.
This is from Protopasta.
Is it? Oh, is this that wood stuff? Mm-hmm. This is the coffee espresso bean?
Yep.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. That looks great. So Protopasta makes some artisanal aromatic filament. And look at the layer lines on this. It looks fantastic.
Actually, this one's not aromatic. You're talking about the one that smells, right?
Yeah, it doesn't smell.
Do they still do that?
Yeah, they do. I thought so.
Some of the settings for it, it's 0.25 in the layer height. Because it is such a big print, you can kind of see the detail on it there. Resolution's kind of low.
Demonstrate. Okay, did you get the link to everybody?
Getting the links. This is designed by Aline Ear.
What does a Deku sound like?
Oh, I didn't pull it up on YouTube.
Effect.
Does it sound like Yoshi?
Is it like the Koroks? Yeah. Yeah. When you found me. Does Deku have like a staff too? Somehow like incorporate this. This is a weird kit bash of Halloween costumes. I'm not the only one who just throws on some NeoPixel goggles and just goes out there and be like, I'm Halloween something.
Yeah, I think it's like a leaf dress is what they wear. Although one of the videos I did see, there's a couple different species of them. Some are nice, some are bad.
Of course, it's Zelda. Anyway, this is a fun mask. It's very roomy in here.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, excellent.
I'm sure you got links and all that.
Yep, posted all the links. You can check out all the stuff there.
Or you could, put this on a pumpkin or something as well.
Yeah.
It could be fun.
Nice little mounting piece, display piece.
Yeah.
Next up is...
Sorry, I can't believe Safari cried. I think it's good now.
Oh, wow. That's funny. Next up is a teeth cup.
I'm trying.
But awesome Dave makes stuff.
Let's look at the video real quick. All right, super fun, glow-in-the-dark filament.
What is that phobia where you're scared of teeth?
Perfect
for that.
Perfect for that. That's terrible. We're sorry.
So,
Teeth cup by DaveMakesStuff, right?
Yeah. Awesome details in the teeth in the bottom there.
All right,
and then all up on the top. And then, of course, a bunch of teeth are included in the model.
Yeah, teeth are weird, aren't they? Like, you forget how creepy.
Oh my god, they're so long.
They're in your mouth.
Like look at the roots of all these teeth.
Bones.
Jeez, it's so long.
Do you want me to get that UV flashlight?
Yeah, it's fine. You can see it in the video.
It's pretty bright in here.
It actually looks a little bit better in the white because you can see all the detail.
True.
You can see the teeth on the bottom, on the top.
So DaveMakesStuff does a lot of fun, crazy designs.
Yeah, like Vernoid pattern, like generative.
Yeah, I think it's generative. Check them out on Thingiverse. DaveMakesStuff.
Cup of tea, anyone?
Yeah, teeth. It's all of Gavin's teeth here.
Look how long this one is.
Yeah, that's gross. It's like your traditional kind of.
Make sure to brush, y'all.
Mm-hmm. So they're all printed in different, two different.
Yeah, one's like a
filaments.
blue and one's like a green or something.
Does it actually retain water?
It should. I haven't tested it, but it probably will.
Just like.
Then here is the teeth cup.
So crazy. So shout out to Dave for making just crazy designs. Should make an adapter for my staff. Have a glowing tooth cup, or just a giant tooth.
Right.
I am the tooth fairy with my wand.
So yeah, get in the Halloween spirit with a super creepy teeth cup.
Mm-hmm. All right, so very fun.
Now I know in the comments. Now I know where to put the tooth I broke on a Saturday. Put it in the tooth cup for the tooth fairy.
Tooth cup.
And check out all of Dave Makes Stuff's designs.
Yeah, it's stellar stuff.
They're posting like, oh my god, sometimes like a dozen a day. There's so many different iterations of lots of really cool stuff. Like a ton.
Mm-hmm.
The categories are all over the place.
A lot of vases and cups and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Containers.
Yeah.
You did a really cool one with I think it looked like a knotted pattern. It was like woven fabric. Super cool.
All right, we got a couple of community makes as well.
Yeah, that's right. I got to run through them. We have 2 minutes. Oh. Go. These are all links. All right, first up. Maybe it was searching on Google that killed Safari. Let's not do that again. All right, this is a make that was posted up on printables.com. It's a make of the Adabot robot. Yay, you can 3D print your own Adabot. So this is posted by Tom Yum.
I like the
remix.
I like the addition of the star.
Yeah, it looks fun. Looks like he painted it maybe too. Not sure, but it looks fun. You can create your own Adabot. I've seen a lot of different colors of Adabot now, pink and all that, so it's really fun. All right, next up, we have another one here. This is on printables as well. So this was posted up by Neil. This is our Neo Matrix Square LED pixel display. I didn't have a better name for it, but it's a way to kind of create these fun displays. So Neil said, I use the Feather ESP32, running a new program that pulls animations from a server, so they can keep track of their, well, I don't want to say it wrong. You can send tiny movies to my kid in college. Oh, that is so cute. It's always great to see parents making projects for their kiddos. And their kiddos in college, so that's cool. And you can send them images back and forth. It's kind of like our two-way servo thing, but like you could use that with this. Very, very clever idea. I like that. Shout out to Neil for sharing that with us. All right, moving on along. We got another make. This was on printables as well. Posted up by Percy. Posted up their make of our remix of a pumpkin skull, where we put LEDs in the eyes. I don't think there's a comment on it, but it just looks really cool. It looks like they should maybe printed it smaller. Very cool. That's very creepy. I like it. Next up is a blast from the past. This is a the Raspberry Pi game console, the Pi Girl 2, posted up by RK Mac Leond. They printed theirs in some stellar marble PLA filament. This looks fantastic. And they have Pokemon Emerald running on it. It looks really great.
Oh, wow.
Look at that texture. And the Ninja Flex or the TPU buttons and everything in green looks fantastic. Wow. People are still making these. Oh, look at the kind of the Pokemon fan photo. Looks fantastic with the succulents. So shout out to them for posting that up. It's on Thingiverse. No comments, but just fantastic photos.
Nice.
All right, we have this one here. This is going to be a little interesting. This was on Thingiverse. This is a remix, and this was posted by Lord Fett. And they'll be glued remix because I didn't want the screws added to the print.
Nice.
You could probably print
electronics unless you don't want them.
Oh, I'm just going to glue them. So
I think you skipped one.
Let's see, on printables, this is a make of the heat set rig. If you want to do heat set inserts, you can 3D print our design and create your own kind of rig for making them very nice. Twixie, I think, on Principles posted this up. Says I changed some of the parts to fit what I had laying around. I added sockets to the wooden base to add some more functionality. So let's take a look at these photos of their make. Cool, looks like it's like this is a their own what would you call it, the weight, counterweight. You can always pick your own thing, pennies or ball bearings or a piece of metal. Wow, it looks really beefy. Oh, cool, they added like a power adapter to the wooden base. That's sick. Wow, I never thought to do that. That way it's like right, yeah, because the cable's a little short. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I like the wood base. That's great. Cool. So if you want to build your own, a lot of folks are making this, which is great to see. The heat set insert press. So check that out if you want to build one. A lot of remixes, a lot of makes. So you know it's doable. Okay, and to close out the show, the last one here is a make posted up on Printables, posted by Grumpy Scrambler. It says, like it. Made a Halloween version. Parts are well designed. Thank you, Grumpy Scrambler. They laser cut their own they're Halloween figurines. You got Jason, the Scream, Freddy Krueger, and I think that's the
this looks so good.
Ghost Rider. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the first make I've seen of the acrylic kind of art display.
The details are so good.
Yeah, that's definitely
holy crap.
The laser cutters are great for this. That's some thick acrylic, man.
Yeah.
Looks fun. Cool. Great job, Grumpy Scrambler. So if you want to build one too, you can 3D print the parts. It just uses a strip of NeoPixels and a cutie pie. And if you got yourself a laser cutter or a CNC mill, yeah, these are great. That's funny. I made this for Christmas. I'm making it for Halloween. That's great.
The proper holiday to make it for. Which, although it kind of feels like department stores and everywhere else, it's already Christmas. Cause
yeah.
I just saw all the merch drop. It was just like 10 pages of all the Christmas stuff. It's like, what happened to Halloween?
Yeah,
we just put our decorations up.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I had a photo. All right. Well, that's going to do it for the show. We finished off early.
Yay. Did they already launch?
No, they're launching in like 4 minutes.
All right.
6 minutes or something. Cool. We hope it inspired everybody. You got lots of fun ideas and things. There's lots of things out there. You just got to find some time to make it. I'm wrapping it up. What do you...
Go.
Come on. What do you eat?
I want to see this rocket launch.
All right. Well, thank you, folks. We're going to be on the show Intel tonight.
Yes.
We invite you to come on. Going to be hosted by Mr. and Mrs. Lady Ada. That starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then shortly after that is Ask an Engineer. That starts at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. We got plenty of shows going on tomorrow. We have John Park, not John Park's product pick of the week, but John Park's workshop every Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, or I forget
California
what time. California, sorry.
3 hours behind.
3 hours behind. 1 p.m. Pacific time, JP time. And then on Fridays we have a live stream from Tim Foamy Guy every Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific or 5 p.m. Eastern. See, I got that one locked down. And then on Sundays, we have a live stream from Lady Ada, from the desk of Lady Ada. So you can check that one out every Sunday at Hacker Hours. And then on Mondays, we have the CircuitPython meeting, the community meeting. You can check out, you can listen in live. It's every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, or on Tuesday if there's a holiday on a Monday. Tuesday's JP's product pick of the week starts at 4 p.m. Eastern Time or 1 p.m. Pacific Time. You can get up to 50% off select products from JP. This is when JP had a beard and a mustache. This was like during the pandemic stuff. Nah, I kind of like it. Like reminds me of like the evil twin brother. His mustache and a bowler hat, because he did that. He did the bowler hat in the Swiss Robinson movie. All right, I have spoken too much. Thank you everybody for joining us. We do the show every Wednesday at 11 a.m. Appreciate everybody hanging out and wishing us well on our endeavors and stuff. Good luck, everybody, on your projects. Until next time, remember to
make a great day. See
Bye,
you later
folks.
night.
And music.